Welcome to another AP Statistics instructional video by Mr. Hardy. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to look at problem 19 from chapter 11. This is going to be a simulation problem, and it's about taking the driving test. So you're about to take the road test for the driver's license. You hear that 34% pass, so that's good news. Well, I don't know, not real good news, but they pass the first time. But if you fail and take it another time, it goes way up to 72%. So that's kind of good. And what they want us to do is estimate the average. So this is important. The average number of tests a driver must take in order to get a license. Okay, they want you to run 20 simulations. I'm going to cut it to 10 because I don't want this video to last forever. Okay, so let's just get right to it. What's the component? What's the one thing that happens over and over again? So here it would be just to take one test. That's the thing that happens over and over again, so to speak. Okay. What are the outcomes? Well, you're either going to pass, right? You're going to pass, or you're going to fail. That's pretty much it. Okay, so let's keep going. Trial description. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to use, let's see, how many digits? We're going to use, how many digits do we need? So let's think about this. To represent 34, I claim that we need 2 digits. Okay, not 3, but not 1. Now be careful. Some people, if you do an assignment like this, you could say 0 to 2 is pass and 3 to 9 is fail. If you did those kinds of assignments, what you're modeling is 30% and 70%. So that's not accurate. We need 34%. So to do that, we're going to have to do something else. We're going to have to say 0 to 33. And then we're going to have to say 34 to 99 is fail. So we need 2-digit numbers. So we're going to use 2-digit random numbers to represent the driving test outcomes. Of pass and fail. Okay, so now what makes this unique is that we have to represent 2 situations. You take the test the first time, the first test, and then all others. Tests after the first. So we have 2 situations. So really what we have to do here is we have to say this is the first. And then we have another assignment over here. We have to say, I'm just going to call it all others. And there we have to use 72. So we go 0, 0 to 71. and 71 to 99. This So fail would be 71 to 99. Okay, so here we need to say something like that. We will use different assignments as shown above to represent the different pass likelihoods. Something like that. Okay. Let's say what else will we do? So we're gonna use two-digit numbers, random numbers. We're gonna use two different tables. What we will do is we will pick numbers until we get a number indicating the test was passed. Oops. Okay, so I mean, you might be able to write better than me. That's good. But these are kind of like the important things that we need to do. And I always call this the stop criteria. Okay? When are we going to stop a trial? Okay? And you could, if we wanted, you could say for each trial. Okay? So now, speaking of trials, okay, so what are we going to compute? So for each trial, we will count the number of tests taken. To pass and get a license. Okay, so what are we going to compute? And this I call the simulation statistic. Here we will say we will compute the average number of tests taken to pass. Okay? That's the test statistic. Okay, so now we're about ready to start, but I just want to say notation. Notice, by the way, that when we were doing this, we don't have to skip anything this time. All of our number space is completely used up for two-digit numbers. So we don't have to say any ignore. We don't have to ignore repeats. That doesn't matter here. Okay, so we'll just say that a P means pass and a F means fail. Sometimes it's not real clear, not real apparent, so it's useful to do this. Okay, so let's just start with trial 1. We need two-digit numbers, so the first one is above 33, so that's a fail. The next one is below 72, so that's a pass. So let me just go over here and go trial So the first one we just got a 2. Alright, and then now we start trial 2. So here we have a fail, and then we have a pass. So another 2. So then trial 3, it looks like we have a pass. So a 1. Trial 4, looks like we have a fail, and then a pass. So 2. Now trial 5, we have a fail because it's above 33. Ooh, this is above 71, and then finally below 71. So that's a 3. Poor guy had to take the test 3 times. Okay, 6. Fail. Here we go. Fail. And then pass. Okay, again, I'm just using the assignment, so hopefully that makes sense. So that's a 3. Here we're at trial 6, 7. And that's a pass because 9 is below 33. So just 1 time. Trial 8 is, let's see, that's a fail. And then we come over here to a pass. So we get a 2. Trial 9 is a fail and then a pass. So 2. And then finally trial 10 is a pass. So a 1. Okay? So I'm just going to bring up a calculator, do this crudely. I could try it in my head, but I might make a mistake under all this pressure. So 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 19. Okay? So 19. So let's see. My simulation statistic would be the average number of tests for the simulation. So that's going to be 19 divided by 10. So 1.9. Okay? Show your calculation. Make sure it's clear what you're calculating. Okay, now finally, according to this simulation, and I think this is about me, it says you, so I expect to, or you could say one should expect, I expect to take the test 1.9 times in order to pass. Once. Pass it. I guess. Something like that. You know, this one doesn't require a lot of fancy stuff, and there's really no decision on this one. This is not a, it's just asking you to do a computation. So you did that. Okay? So do your job, get a paycheck. No big deal. But if you were asked to make a decision, then you would have to interpret this in some way. Now, before we leave, I just want to show you one thing that's interesting, or that you should be aware of. Sometimes the question is not estimate the average. Sometimes it could be, how many times should I expect to have to take the test? Okay, what should I plan for? What's the worst case scenario? So in that case, what you would want to look for is the maximum number. So here, the maximum, I guess, was 3. If I did it right, it's 3. So here you would say something according to this simulation. I should expect to take the test at least 3 times, or at most 3 times, in order to be sure to pass. Something like that. So just watch for the different kinds of wording. Okay, there you go. I hope this was helpful. Good luck.